When I got down on one knee in front of her with a huge bunch of flowers and a bottle of champagne, she couldn't ignore me, or so I thought. She crossed the road. After that, I gave up, mainly because I didn't want her thinking I was some kind of stalker. Anyway, I was knocking up this nice little Turkish piece from one of the local restaurants. Very smart, with an ass like a watermelon, and tits you could drown in. Unfortunately, she was the marrying kind, and I didn't like the way her dad used to strobe his kebab knife when I came to call for her, so I had to drop it. That was a pain, but seeing Miss Prissy clip-clop past that same afternoon reminded me what I really wanted and what I wasn't going to get. I did my best to put it all out of my mind, because that kind of stuff fucks up work, and when it comes down to it, I know the bottom line. Money. We'd got some new property on the books, a big old house that had been full of squatters, but only needed a bit of elbow grease and a lick of paint to make a nice set of one-bedroom flats. That's what Mark reckoned anyway. So I put it on the boards and went down to have a look. It was more like the place had been full of pigs, and we had the council coming around on Monday. So it looked like I was going to have to get my hands dirty, and it was going to be a working weekend. That's the trouble with being the boss. I got down to it on the Sunday, sweeping and shoveling and scrubbing and Christ knows what, just to make it look as if it hadn't been condemned. All morning that took me, and most of the afternoon, until I looked like I was on the bins, which is when Miss Prissy walks in. Of all the luck. I mean, I'm a smart guy. I never let it slip, even when I'm at home, except very rarely when work means I have to. If my chances had been slim before, now I was stuffed. But she was looking for a flat, and that stupid bastard Mark had given her the keys on the Saturday without telling me. I had to show her around. What else could I do? Just the way she was wrinkling that perfect little nose made me feel like a tramp. Only she didn't seem to be in a hurry at all. She wanted to look around all 6 of the bedsits in every room, and when she'd been right round, she asked to see the garden as well. I tried to put her off, because it looked like a rubbish tip, but she wasn't having it. There was even this shed at the back, so full of shit that you wouldn't believe it. You could hardly get in the door. But she has to have a look. So when she goes, and I'm standing outside when she calls after me, I went in, thinking she was going to give me a bollocking for showing her a place in such a state. But she's standing there, or not exactly standing, more propped up against a pile of old linoleum rolls, looking thoughtful and licking her lips. Now, I know a randy girl when I see one, but I couldn't figure this out at all. There she is, as smart as ever, those big old titties looking like they're going to burst out of her blouse, with her nips poking up through the silk, looking like she's ready for bed, only in this dirty old shed with me looking like a tramp or something. I didn't know what to say, but she did. She says, "You like me, don't you? Why don't you show me?" This, and she's looking right at my crotch. Then again, "Go on, show me. Take it out." No woman needs to say that to me twice, especially not a doll like her. And if she wanted to play funny games, well, I wasn't going to stop her. So I unzipped my overalls and pulled it out, showing her what I'd got, and she's starting and licking her lips. "That's nice," she says.